Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. And I want to make this video as a returning veteran who has played for many years, on and off. Initially, I played for quite a few years straight up. Then I was on and off because I was also moving between different parts of Asia, and the server I was on, I could not get the good pings all the time. And it would make sense if I was playing on a European server half the time, but I had no interest in grinding for that. So anyways, we play UDES in this game, and I'm not going to talk about the game, but talk about the problems. But just to let you know, I've put this video of a couple of games in UDES just to describe why this is my favorite, or kind of most favorite tier medium, and mostly because things you can do in this tank you can't do in other tanks, and you'll see as the video goes on. So anyways, I'm back to the three main problems. As a returning veteran, and I know there are so many different problems, and we can talk a whole day and we can still go on, but three of the most important problems that are stopping me, and in my opinion, most people like me who are not streamers, who don't depend on this game for their livelihood, who don't play this game whole day and night, and who don't spend massive amounts of money in this game, the average player who contributes to this game being alive, uh, what matters for us. And of course, there are so many issues, but three things stand out as I play again and again. And I'll give you an example. Just yesterday or the day before, I was playing in the night. And when you play in the night, you're playing to enjoy. Okay, a few games can go bad, of course, but expect other games to go better and things to go good. So I was grinding in tier 6 and 7s, and about 15 or 16 games in a row without a break, or maybe just one break in between. I had games where my team was entirely destroyed while they only managed to kill a couple of tanks of the enemy team. 2 outs. This was the average. Sometimes they only killed one, sometimes they killed three, but they were getting pushed, they were destroyed. We had good armor, we had good tanks. Half the time, the enemy team was most probably shooting premium ammo, and that was the reason, and my team wasn't. And the other times, or lights failed again and again, and my team had no clue what to do, and their lights were spotting them and getting them wrecked. So anyways, that's an example, but let's go to the three top problems I think have contributed to destroying this game and are destroying this game. And if they're not patched, they are going to keep destroying the game. So number one, I won't go in reverse. Number one is the premium ammo. Everyone and their mother who knows this game, who is invested in this game, is shooting premium ammo most of the time, if not all the time. And this goes from tier 4s, 5s, 6s. We see M10s, Hellcats, whatnot, shooting premium ammo at you. The tanks are loaded up, all the proper equipment, training and such. And the new guys who play in those tiers have no clue how to even find them. And this repeats over and over and over. And that brings an important question. Why even have equipment for such low tiers where no one who's grinding them will want to add that equipment to their tanks and spend that much credits on that, while they're only going to play like 10, 20 battles on them and just move on? So why make them or force them to add equipment to perform better and not just have their tanks perform good enough, decently. And if they still want more from their tanks, only then add equipment. And I can cite the Italian medium and Centric, for example. Their gun, and I'm not talking about stun gun. Of course, stun gun is messed up anyway. But the gun you unlock, the top gun you unlock, that's the first gun I've ever seen. And I was being forced to put a gun lane drive on it to pump some, crew improvements in there to just have an easy grind. I didn't because I knew that I'm not going to play these things for long. So why waste that much credits? And I suffered because it would take seconds before the radical even starts thinning down. And that's on 100% trained crew. I'm not talking about crew at 50%. That's messed up. And I mean, that's an example. So anyways, going back to the point. So premium ammo is the biggest issue plaguing the game, destroying the game for all tiers, not just tier 10, not just tier 9, from tier 4s and up. People who want to artificially push their rankings high to show off, they use premium shells in their, like, OP'd tanks, like Hellcat and M10, for example, and a few others, even ELCs at times, and lights too, and such, and so on and forth. I mean, they're the tanks which people use to perform better and get more experience and all, and just do more damage. We all know what they are. Even NRD is part of that in low tiers. A few RDs are actually. But anyways, premium ammo destroys the concept of armor. Premium ammo destroys the concept of strategy. It's just people with premium ammo can shoot at you from anywhere, even from your front. You can be the most heavily armed, protected tank, and you get wrecked after a few shots. So there's literally no use of skills, strategy, and playing to your senses or trying to angle your armor and all, because it's not gonna matter. People just gonna push into you, use premiums. While you're trying to shoot their cupolas and weak points and whatnot, they're shooting anywhere and just getting pens, and that's it. You're gone. You're done. So premium ammo is a plague that was introduced into this game when they started selling it for credits. And they're still selling it for credits because they want people to buy tanks and grind credits, or buy credits and whatnot, and buy their premium tanks and so on, and premium account and whatnot. But it's destroying their game, and they need to understand that premium shells have to go. Maybe keep one or two. But every time I'm playing, and if any tank dings just one shot on me, the second shot he puts into me is a premium shell. And they keep spamming premium shells every single time. There's no other way of looking at it. I've seen it time and again. This is just the script which repeats time and again. So premium shells have to be dealt with. Bring back the concept of armor, strategy, angling your armor, playing with your skills. Make tanks behave like tanks. We're talking about World War II and the time after it. We're not talking about modern tanks where any tank can kill any tank. And that's it. The concept of armor is gone. We're talking about World War II and the time after it, where armor meant something. Where Tiger tank meant something. And you destroy that with the way you have implemented this whole thing. So anyways, that's the biggest issue, I think, which is destroying the game and which is taking away all the fun, all the skill play, because no one needs skill. They just need to pay to win. And all the pay to win people are winning. And if you want to keep your game and keep your pay to win guys happy, then yes, but you're going to lose all the other people. Your game will die, because there have been many games who've been paid to win friendly and they're dead now. So is that what you want, wargaming? Because you used to have the largest the most played game for a long time. What happened to that? You were growing massively as a company and bringing great profits. So why did you destroy your player base by making stupid decisions and bringing stuff like E25 and stupid small tanks, which are hard to shoot at, and they can wreck the entire team of yours if they want to. And just because to sell a few things or a few tanks or get some temporary sales, like what for? Why destroy the player base in the long run? So anyways, that's the first thing. I'll go on for the second one. And the second one, in my opinion, people can disagree, is light tanks. What I mean by light tanks is the way the detection, vision system is implemented, like how far you can see, how far you can detect, and your team's entire dependence on light tanks. And yeah, so what happens is, for most of the games, you don't get many light tanks. And most of your maps, if not 80%, 90% maps, depend on light tanks doing their jobs. If a light tank or two light tanks or three light tanks in your team don't know their job or how to do it, or haven't optimized their tank or set up their tank in a way which helps them do their job, your team is fracked. And this is exactly what happens match after match. Is frustration for medium players most of the time. Most of the time, medium players are not set up for detection. It is frustration for heavy tank players, for your tank destroyers. SPGs will have their fun anyway, I think. So yeah. So the way you have set up your game compared to what it used to be before, where every tank meant something. A tank destroyer can win the game for his team on his own if he was killed. A heavy tank could. A medium tank could. Now what you have done is, because you wanted your light tanks to be important, for people to play them and come after them and come back to the game, because, oh, now we have fast light tanks in high tiers, and that too with wheels. That's amazing, right? We want to play the racing cars, not World of Tanks. That's what you tried, and that's why you tried to make your light tanks relevant. But what you have done is you have destroyed the relevance of everyone else. Your random games, where people cannot pick their team, but it's entirely random, depend on 1, 2, or sometimes 3 light tanks doing their job, knowing their job, being good players, and having set up their tanks to do their jobs. And if they suck, if they fail, if they don't know, or if they get wrecked by the enemy team, your team is done. Your match is done. 90%, if not 95 or 98%, your team is going to lose, because every time my team loses, right after it loses the light tanks. I'm not a light tank player. I don't play light tanks a lot. I like them sometimes, but not a lot. And of course, they're fun, but I like to play medium tanks and tank destroyers. And I see my team get wrecked after wrecked by people shooting them from all around, because the enemy's light tanks are doing their job, but my team's light tanks are not doing their job, or got destroyed early. So you have changed your entire game to depend on 1 or 2 players in the team doing their job. And if they don't, the whole match is going. Enjoyment is going. People don't want to play. People know their mess. I mean, they become fragged up, or whatever you call it. So I don't know. You want light tanks to feel special and have a place in the game, and force people to play them because, of course, you have entire lines of them and you keep selling them over and over and keep gifting them and all. So I understand that. But that doesn't mean that you screw someone who doesn't like light tanks. I'm not saying I don't like light tanks, but I don't only play light tanks. I want to play other stuff which has more meaning in the game. Of course, light tanks have a meaning in the game most of the time, the way you set them up. But I want to shoot. I want to go and defend. I want to go fight. I don't want to just be scouting by running around and zigzagging my way around stuff. That's not fun for me. It's fun for people, I understand. It's not for me. Or I don't want to just go and sit in a bush and just passively spot and get the enemy team wrecked. It makes sense sometimes, but not all the time. I don't want to do that. I want to be actively involved in the war, in the battle, and mediums and tank destroyers help me do that. So light tanks are destroying your game, have destroyed your game, and will keep destroying your game if you keep it like that, wargaming. You have to change it. You have to make heavies be as good as spotting tanks. Same for mediums and same for tank destroyers. I know people used to complain about tank destroyers who could not be detected and they could see everyone and win the game for their team and all, but just make it equal for everyone. Don't make tank destroyers have much more than others, although technically that's what they're supposed to have because they are the tank destroyers. They are the snipers. They're supposed to see further, not the light tanks. But, I mean, there's no concept of scouting in tank warfare in general. I mean, it is to an extent, but not like this. Not heavy zigzagging. I mean, not light zigzagging or hiding in bushes and such. But anyways, light tanks and your preference to base entire games around them and a team's ability to win or lose depending entirely on light tanks is killing your game after the premium ammo is. And if you don't fix it, if you don't find a way around it, people will be fed up. Because like I said, not everyone wants to play a light. You can't have entire matches made up of lights. And if lights don't know what to do, and then after that, the mediums are not up to the task or not set up to spot enemies, the team is done. And this is the same for tier 10s, for tier 9s, for tier 6s, for 5s, and so on. I've seen it all. It's wrecking game after game just because of that. And I don't know, I can probably upload like 20 different examples of that if you want, because I have replaced them all. So that's the second thing. And the third thing, which I've mentioned before as well, is the interface. The new interface you have made. And not just that, I mean, not just the interface in the garage, but overall. You force me and you force others to spend more time out of the game managing stuff which they should not be. This is not 2010 or 12 or 13 or whatever. People don't do that anymore. Games don't do that anymore. Every other game has fixed itself. Your campaigns, your missions, your premium stuff, which is not 1, but 2 and 3 and 4 and tokens and bonds and gold and credits and experience and free experience and whatnot, is all a headache to keep an eye on. Make it simple. It used to be experience, free experience, and gold. That was good enough. Then you had to add 100 different things into it, make it more complicated, and it's messing up. I know you guys are not probably living in places where people are more advanced and you experience the Gen Z more, but I do things around your experience. And I know everything is moving towards making things easy to do and spend more time enjoying stuff. If you don't, people don't want to play your game. People will switch to something else. And there are 100 different games right now which can replace yours. If you think they can't, you're living in some, I don't know, fantasy land, which is not happening right now. Make it easy. Make it easy to manage. Fix these 100 different things that people have to keep an eye on. And then there's equipment and improved equipment, experimental equipment. So much going on. Which people have to keep track of. People need to see videos to comprehend. People need to research online. People don't do that. People have lives, people have schools, colleges, jobs, whatnot. They don't have time to keep a track of all of that. If they have 2 hours to play, they don't want to spend 1 hour in managing all of that. Help them spend at least of course, there are more things to highlight in follow-up videos, like the other stuff. But these are the 3 mains, which, as per my opinion, are destroying your game and have destroyed your game to an extent. Because I remember your game used to be the highest played. You were winning awards. You had a huge player base, and that is gone. And there's a reason that you're not grasping it. You're repeating the same mistakes. You keep, I don't want to use the word again, but yeah, make it simple. Fix your premium ammo. You have to. You literally have to. Fix equipment for low tiers. Don't make them purchase that expensive stuff, which they want for 10 battles or 20 battles. And people who farm them in those low tiers, they destroy all their enjoyment because they're using all that equipment, and they invest on their tanks and all. And you lose most players in those low tiers. They will never grind to the top tier. They will think your game is crazy and it's just not fair and all, and they're gone. So yeah, fix your premiums and low tier equipment. Then fix your what I said, light tank focused gameplay where only light tanks can spot. Doesn't make sense. It used to be much better early. Like, fix that, like, literally. And I still can't understand why you haven't managed to go past this 400 meters view distance in your engine. I thought like 10 years back, you said that there was going to be a change around it. So I don't know what has happened ever since. Are you not working on it after that? So yeah, that's it. And fix your interface, fix your stuff, make your campaigns more user friendly, activate them at the same time, and just show all the missions in the game when a person is playing. Like, you can do these 8 different missions, just do whichever you can, and whichever they do, or maybe they can do 2 or 3 at the same time in the same match, just let them do it. We're giving something for free for doing something. Give it to them who start now. Don't make it hard for them. People don't have massive amount of time to keep playing your game for years, to grind through all the stuff which you have provided them. It's not how things work anymore. So that's it, guys. Let me know like what you think about it, and if what I've said is actually making sense, or you think the top problems are something else.